The art always wins. Anything can happen to me, but the art will stay. WeiWei is the most famous Chinese contemporary artist living today. He is also known for being an influential activist and documentarian. I was born on August 28, 1957, in Beijing, the far northwest of China. When his father, a well-known poet, was denounced by the Chinese government in 1958, his family was sent to a labor camp, where they would live for 3 years. They were then exiled to Shaizhi, Xinjiang in 1961, where I would spend his adolescence. The living conditions in this area were harsh, and I's early years have no doubt influenced the artwork he makes today. Upon his family's return to Beijing in 1976, I decided that it would be effective to express his opinions on human rights through art. This led to I being a prime target for the Chinese government, who viewed him as a threat to harmonious society. He has been arrested, beaten, spied on, and had his studio bulldozed, among many other things, by the Chinese government. However, these events have only been a fuel for inspiration in I's work. Attending several animation and art schools, as well as joining many art groups over the last several decades, I has solidified his position as an artist capable of establishing significant and positive social change around the world.
It's when I talk about my fight or my struggle or even my artworks, it's not really about me, but rather about the value I defend. I think that value are shared by everybody, mostly for the people who have no chance to speak out, and they would live their life in dark. For generations, they have no way to see the justice ever being presented.
I's works are unique, not only from each other, but also from other contemporary artists. One of his earlier works is a collection of 3 photographs titled Dropping a Han Dynasty Urn. In these photos, as the name suggests, I is seen dropping a 2,000-year-old ceremonial urn. His piece was criticized by many, which I explains is its purpose. During Mao's communist revolution, I believed that the new government erased much of the Chinese people's cultural memory, replacing it with an authoritative government that carefully monitors access to information. Dropping the Han Dynasty Urn is a work of social commentary on the effects of forgetting about known history. I has more recent work called Ton of Tea, another title that very accurately explains the piece. Ton of tea consists of a ton of pu'er tea leaves that have been compressed into a space of 1 cubic meter. This work is another commentary on how society views the past in relation to the present, as well as how one culture sees something compared to another. In China, tea is looked at as a common everyday drink. The Western world, however, has historically seen tea as a symbol of high status. How the viewer sees this work will change depending on their previously determined notions about tea and what it signifies. Other notable works of I's include Straight, Sunflower Seeds, Jointed Stool, Cube Light, and Snake Ceiling. I wrote a book that he titled Humanity. In this book, he puts together many of his thoughts regarding crises, power, freedom, and human action to help others. Some quotes from the book include, "Freedom is not an absolute condition, but a result of resistance. And we see the refugees' misery on the news daily, so we know what is happening. At the same time, the pictures dull us. We think that the misery is so great that we cannot do anything about it." I wants to use his work to inspire others to make social change happen on their own.